everyone. Today's Cooking with You guest is Rick Lemons from Neenah. Rick owns a company called Catch 5 Breading. I know you're an avid fisherman, and so for like more than a decade you've had this awesome sort of recipe, right, for this breading.
Yep.
And so he thought, you know what, I'm gonna make it and sell it, and that's what he does. It's called Catch 5 Breading. And I guess, how would you describe the taste? What do you think makes it unique?
It's kind of a real rich, kind of a buttery type flavor, and there's no MSG, which is a plus for me. Because I had trouble with headaches and migraines and stuff like that, so that's one of the reasons I came up with it, is to try to find a breading out there at that time that didn't have MSG in it.
That's right. And so you've got your, your original flavor, and he also has Cajun. I've tried this. This stuff is really delicious. I've actually been to his house where he makes it, and it's a neat operation. But we wanted to bring Rick on because, you know, it's the Lent season. A lot of us are eating more fish. So why don't you talk to us? So we'll start with the baked version of how we can use your breading.
Okay, what I have here is a walleye fillet, and basically I line a cookie sheet or bake pan with tin foil. It just helps with cleanup, and I lined with a bed of lettuce, and then I laid the fillets on, and there's a little salt and pepper and some butter. And then we'll put it in the oven, and then you bake it. This way, there's no frying or whatever. If you want a little healthier, I guess a little healthier way to make some fish.
Do we actually put some of your breading on it, though?
Usually I usually do it when it's about halfway done. The fish is just about done. Then we'll sprinkle a little breading on the top, and then finish it out the remaining minutes, and that way the breading doesn't dry out quite as much.
Got it. So don't put the breading on right away.
Yeah.
Let it wait for a bit. And we're getting all of his tips online as well. So this is a super healthy version. Let's talk about your frying techniques using the breading.
Okay. The typical egg wash. I have my egg wash here. Dip my fillet in egg wash, and just roll it in the breading. And then from there we go to the fryer, and I have some fish in there right now.
Let's take a look at that. It smells so good, and I know you've fried a lot of fish in your years. You got any tips for when you're putting stuff in the fryer, when people are using fryers at home?
The big thing is when you fry, make sure your temperature is at. Usually I fry at anywhere from 350, 375. And when you go back to loading your basket, make sure the temperature is back at the proper temperature, because what happens is once you fry, that oil does cool down some.
Yeah.
And when you put a new batch in there, that batch is cold, and that'll also change the temperature of your oil. So you want to make sure that oil is back at the proper temperature before you put your remaining fish back in there, because what will end up happening is that'll cause that to soak up more of the oil. The object is when that oil is nice and hot, when that fish hits there, it sears the outside, and that way then the juices in the inside can boil and cook the fish.
Yeah, I'm going to have to try a bite of this. Now, if you're wondering where you can get Catch 5 breading, we have a list of the stores. We have his email, his phone number on our website. But he's going to stick around because you got to have tartar sauce with your fish, right? And I know you've got a great recipe for a tartar sauce.
Yep, very simple.
So that's what he's going to share in our next hour. I'm going to take a bite here. Just a perfect amount of crunch. Delicious.
Good.
We'll be right back.